This is a flashback to my very first organized hunt, Nugget Noggin Live 2022. I had so much fun and learned so much, and I went back the next year, and I can't wait to go again in the future. Well, we have a little rain problem, but I see sun trying to break through, so maybe it will go away. That would be really nice, because I really don't want to have to dig in the rain. But I got lots of shoes and clothes. All good. Come on, sun. This was the Naturale hunt. I did not know how to use my Garrett Ace 400 at this point, so I really didn't know what I was doing. I'm metal detecting. I haven't found anything. Trying to figure out my metal detector. Doesn't seem like anybody else has found anything, much of anything. The rain has stopped for the moment. Yay. Field is full of people. There's fully 100 people here. The max. Oh, now here comes more rain again. Come on, sun, come out. End of the Naturale hunt. Found nothing. Lots of weird signals. Look at those clouds. Still a little rain dripping on my head. Lining up for the silver $50 hunt. Apparently there's 1,000 hidden plus 2 price tokens. Michael Bennett, Nugget Noggin, took 5 minutes to show me how to use my detector so I could find some $50. He's awesome. And then he gave us beginners a little class. He is awesome.
And getting you over the targets and actually finding them. So, the most important thing is your search coil and that it's level. You know, you got the ground, let me borrow someone's detector. Get the Safety Pro. So, here's your detector, right? No matter what brain you have, this is the search coil on the end. Okay, can everybody see? When you're swinging in the ground, the cover area for the hunt, you want to be pretty much level with the ground, not very far off of the ground, you see? You don't want to be up real high. The reason why, because you're going to miss some targets, okay? And you want to swing the coil for it to beat. If you just go like this, you're not going to find anything. You got to cover ground. So you want to cover the ground, swing the coil, and try to overlap your swings, okay?
What about speed? How fast do you go?
Some people like to go, let's wait for this to go by for video. Huh? Everything's 30. Yep. That's the park manager. I don't know if he'll need me. Hold on real quick. He's letting us come out to the park today and do the whole entire hunt, so give him a round of applause here. If it wasn't for him and Westminster Park, we wouldn't be able to do this. So, huge thanks. All right, y'all. So, for the swinging technique, like I said, you want to keep your coil pretty low to the ground, and you want to. So, you know how when you golf, people do this? You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, okay? Because you're only detecting in this single line right here. You want to cover as much ground as possible, but you also want to have speed for these hunts. And this is a seated hunt, so if you're going super slow, you're not going to find as much. You know, if you're just really slowly going along, that's good and methodical, but you want to be a little bit of both, okay? You know, you want to have some speed and you want to cover ground. So you got to have something in the middle, you know, about like this. Some people like to go faster, that's fine too. A lot of these detectors can pick stuff up like that because they have a fast target recovery speed, so they can actually process signals when you're swinging fast. But you want to cover ground and try not to zigzag, which is real easy to do like I'm doing now. It's easy to zigzag, and you see how I'm missing quadrants of land because I'm not being thorough in my swing. And so when you do that, people can actually come behind you and start finding, you know, $5, $6 $50 right behind you. So just keep your coil to the ground. That's the biggest thing. The next thing is we're going to talk about the sensitivity. So all y'all's metal detectors have sensitivity. It might be called gain, it might be called sensitivity, it might have some logo, but sensitivity is going to pretty much, for this event, you don't want it all the way up, okay? Because when you're around all these other people, it's going to be going beep, 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 chattering, chirping. So you want to turn the sensitivity down a few notches, a few numbers, depending on what detector you have, and get it to where your machine is quiet, it's stable, but it's still going to find stuff. So you don't want to turn it all the way down to nothing, but you want to put it somewhere about 3/4 way, okay? And you know, at this event, most of the stuff's very shallow, so you're not going to be digging a foot deep, okay? And so sensitivity is pretty much like your volume control. You know, you turn it up and it's real sensitive on small targets, other metals in the ground, minerals, and interference as well. So you turn it down lower, you're going to lose some of the very tiny things, lose a little bit of depth, but it's still going to find the coins because everything's shallow here. You know, you're not looking for stuff a foot deep. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Anything that you might have experienced out there that you might have a question on? Yes, sir.
I found a horseshoe.
You found a horseshoe? Is that a question, though? You got to phrase it into a question. Like, what is a horseshoe, maybe? But yeah. Yes, sir.
Sometimes he gets false readings. Will that be from the sensitivity being too high?
Well, sometimes detectors give falses for a lot of things, like minerals and things in the ground, but the best thing to do for the ACE, look for repeatable signals. So here's what you do. When you get a signal, check it and see if it beats every time. You can change angles, see if it beats again, okay? But if you're just going like this and all of a sudden, ding, then you go back, you don't get nothing, there's nothing. If that helps.
Yes, that helps.
Everything's laying flat in the ground, okay? If it's there, it's going ding, 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 it's going to blow your ears out. Yeah. So, okay? Anything else?
I had some issues when I was doing all the things that I found. Sometimes I was getting a bunch of numbers, and I was like, what the heck's going on? I would throw down a coin just to make sure it was still working properly. What was causing all that?
Oh, it's your detector?
Yeah.
Oh, what you were getting, probably the bunch of numbers, probably interference. Because back at the $50 hunt, there were so many people out there. People were getting close. One guy came up to me and I changed the frequency. He's like, how'd you do that? It got quiet all of a sudden. And so, like with AT Pro, you hold down the pin and you push the sensitivity up or down to change that frequency. Yeah, from interference from EMF and other detectors.
I had a little bit out there too.
Yeah, of course, especially from that. Yeah. That's why I say lower the sensitivity too, because it won't be as sensitive to all these people, because you've got 100 people around you. Yeah. So your detectors are picking up all these frequencies going through the ground and everything. So yes, you want to send that back. Yep. So for the silver hunt, y'all, silver rings up higher on the metal detector. It's higher conductive, right? So they're going to show up in the 80s. They could even be in the 70s. Other detectors may have different numbers, but it's going to be towards the far right of the scale, okay? And it's usually a high tone signal, depending on the metal detector. So, does anyone have any questions on that? Everything out there is going to be silver dimes, silver quarters, $50, even silver dollars. So, you don't need to be digging nails. You don't need to be digging anything in the tinfoil range, nothing like that. You just need to be digging those coin targets, okay? Because that's going to speed you up. If you're focusing on big iron signals and stuff, you're just wasting your time digging a hole a foot deep, okay? So just the coin targets, the higher targets. Any questions?
We should put it in coin mode and don't worry about discrimination if you're in coin mode.
I would say coin mode is great because there's no nickels out there, nothing. Everything is silver.
Okay.
Yep, so coin mode is perfect.
Okay.
Yep. As long as your coin mode has dimes and pennies and quarters and stuff accepted. So
Mine does, right?
Yeah, it does,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it
Some
did.
people's coins mode might be different.
How do you balance them? I get problems balancing them.
Ground balance? Yeah, it's pretty simple on like the Pro. Like, so you got a button right here on the side, and when it's on, you hold it down, and then you bob it up and down off the ground several times like this until it's quiet. And it's just hooked to his headphones, so it's not going to help. But yeah, so that's all you do. It's that simple.
You can unplug it.
Do you have to ground balance the ACE?
No.
Okay.
All that stuff's automatic.
Sweet.
You don't technically have to ground balance anything out here. That's good. Y'all can just start hunting. That shouldn't be a problem. Any other questions? Y'all can pick my brain. I'm here. I'm giving y'all a chance.
You gave lots of good info.
I went down to Florida one year, 2014, and got around the salt water, and I wasn't getting anything. What's the deal with the salt water?
So here's the thing. So the salt water with the VLF detectors, very low frequency, a lot of the detectors, no matter the brand, they don't do as well in the wet sand. I mean, they'll work, you have to ground balance them and tweak with them, but for specifically hunting in salt water, like right in the ocean, you're going to want a pulse induction machine or a machine that's multi-frequency like the Ace Apex, because it has the multi-salt mode. You go out there on the beach, quiet as can be. You know, you don't hear none of that chatter, chirping from the salt inside the sand. So that's why the detectors do. Who, like, is this your first time at a metal detecting event?
Yes.
If it's your first time? Okay.
No, I've been here 2 times.
You're second. Yeah, well, I was. Cool. All right, is this what you expected? Or is it better? Or you didn't know what to expect? Better.
Better.
Well, we haven't got to the good stuff yet. That was just the beginning warm-up. Can everyone kind of get in so you can hear? Get close. We have several thousand silver coins buried in the ground out there. Okay? We have over 2,500 silver dimes. We have hundreds of silver quarters. We have half dollars. We even have dollar coins, Morgan dollars, peace dollars. These are buried fairly shallow, right? They're not going to be deeper than 4 or 5 inches. Most of it's 2 inches. Okay? So if you're digging down a foot deep, it's not what I put there. Okay? Or you're digging in the wrong spot and you pinpoint it off. Right? So the field has some natural boundaries, and those natural boundaries are the wood lines. Okay, you know how you've walked down this hill several times today, that big field on your left that you see, and then some of the little fields that go in on your right are a part of this silver hunt. Okay, and I'm going to make sure all of y'all know the boundaries before we start, because I'll show you when we get down there. But the woods is the natural boundary line, and then we have some orange flags for the other boundaries. So it's going to be easy. You won't get confused. All right, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to line up on the edge of the field, and this time the kids will get a head start. I forgot last time. I was super busy, but the kids are getting a head start, okay? 10, 15 minutes, and I'm going to help them. Oh, hold on. It's okay. All right.
Jinx is ready to go.
And then everybody else can come, okay? Does that sound fair to y'all?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, so we're going to do the silver hunt. We're going to find all kinds of silver. We have how many prizes in there, Preacher? Over 120? 145. 145 prizes in this hunt. Okay? Now y'all can see in the booth behind us here, well, you might not be able to see, but we got like at least 8 detectors. 1, 2, 3 AT Pros donated by Garrett. We have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 AT Maxes. We have a Jace Robertson signature detector. Where's mine, Garrett? We have the Apex. Okay. We have some pinpointers, like 6 pinpointers, probably 50 or 60 silver bars and rounds over there. We have a gold nugget. We have a gold coin. We have a lot. Wow. A lot of stuff. Oh, we have another GoPro over there too. You're right. You're right. Yes, sir.
So far, I'm sitting in the shade. Oh, a breeze, yay, because it got hot. I have found something, I can't read the date, a Rosie, silver Rosie. That stands for Roosevelt. I have found a Liberty dime. I have found another silver Rosie, and I have found a clad token 118, so that gives me a prize. Look what I found. Silver dime. It's a Liberty. Yay, another Liberty. So it looks like another Rosie. Reads 80s. Yep, there we go. Another Rosie. Found a whole bunch right in this one small area.
Lucky Duck Digger, metal detector for treasure, finding old coins and toasty stinking Lincolns. Dig, Lucky Duck dig, fill in your holes and take your trash. Lucky Duck Digger, finding cool old relics, flat buttons, 3-ringers, horseshoes, and axes. Lucky Duck Digger, swinging her Garrett Apex, Mercury and Indy coins, saving history from the dirt. Finding old coins and toasty stinking Lincolns. Dig, Lucky Duck dig, fill in your holes and take your trash. Lucky Duck Digger, finding cool old relics, flat buttons, 3-ringers, horseshoes, and axes. Lucky Duck Digger, swinging her Garrett Apex, Mercury and Indy coins, saving history from the dirt. Mercury and Indy coins, saving history from the dirt. Mercury and Indy coins.
Next week, come back for some spooky stories. Like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe. Happy